out.
You know, with all the hype around the Taylor Swift wedding, I think one thing to acknowledge is the good work that they did going into it. Ahead of their wedding, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce donated $26 million to various charities, including 9 in New York, where they had tied the knot. They even donated a little bit to Dolly Parton. They gave her $2 million for her Imagination Library charity.
Look, she's got some good cakes.
I just think it's weird that celebrities are giving to other celebrities' charities. Like, Dolly has her own celebrity, and she can fundraise. She don't need Taylor's help. Taylor really could have given that money to other charities that don't have a celebrity name already attached to them. I didn't really care for that.
Okay. I think all the other ones, in fairness, really didn't have. It wasn't like she just went down and gave to all of her friends' charities. That was the only one I really saw had a celebrity attached. The rest of them were, you know, their own little groups.
I love to see, small ones that don't have help, that really need it, that give back most of their money to the programs. Those are the ones that need money.
Yeah. I don't know what Dolly's charity does. I imagine it's good. It's run right. They do the right things with the money.
But she has no problem fundraising.
Yeah. Well, she was still thankful for the donation.
This is Dolly, and I was just told that you two are making a donation of $2 million to my Imagination Library. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm blown away and overjoyed with that gratitude. Now, it's evident that you two have made giving back a key part of your lives, so, hey, when you have your firstborn, can I have it? Because that is going to be one special baby.
What?
Dolly wants your kid.
Dolly wants to take Travis.
Yes.
And Taylor's baby.
She wants them to donate the baby to her, yes.
What a weird thing to say.
Well, you know, Dolly's getting up there.
Okay.
She looks great, too, by the way.
She does.
She looks. I'm watching her right now. She looks amazing.
Have you seen the video of her in that Dallas Cowboys cheerleading outfit?
Yeah, she had one that she sent out over the 4th where she was like in some kind of Yankee Doodle Dandy kind of outfit.
She is not playing around.
No, I mean, I don't know if anybody's really kept it together that amazingly well.
And if you are playing at home, there are 2 different types of Dolly Parton kind of cakes. There's the ones that you can make, you know, with
Duncan Hines.
The ones you want to do in the oven and all that. Then there's the cold ones, the ice cream kind of a cake.
Oh.
And let me just tell you, this guy liked it.
Walmart?
I believe it was at, no, I think it was at Publix.
Oh.
I'm trying to stay out of Walmart as much as I can.
Not me. I love Walmart.
Somebody had the thought that Taylor should have given money to all the businesses that were roped off inside the area around Madison Square Garden that didn't get any business because of her wedding or the police.
Now, I agree with that because there was a radius around Madison Square Garden where they closed off the roads.
Right.
And there were some very angry business owners that were vocally saying, hey, help us out here since we can't do business for the 48 hours around your wedding.
Right.
Throw us some cash. You could throw them $50,000 and it wouldn't have mattered.
If they did not think to do that, I would imagine that knowing how Taylor Swift handles her business, that she will compensate them for.
She should.
I would imagine that'll be a follow-up story.
Those shop owners were getting some FaceTime on TV and social media.
Mm-hmm. There's somebody who needs to be called out for not doing the right thing. I was just like, dude, the optics on this. Mike Vrabel, who is the coach of the New England Patriots.
What an idiot.
He is the guy, if you don't know, a very successful coach, took his team to the Super Bowl. He was a successful player winning Super Bowls with the Patriots. He's the one that's kind of wound up in this scandal where it looks like he had an affair with a sports reporter, and they were just flaunting it. There's a lot of bad optics, a lot of disrespect for his wife, Jen, and all of that. But, you know, he apparently got away from the affair. She's gone back to her husband. He's gone back to his wife. But he and his wife, Jen, Mike Vrabel, they're walking out to go to the Taylor Swift wedding, and he's walking well ahead of her. And then he gets in the car first and doesn't open the door for her or hold the door for her. Just, you know, those are the kind of things where, all right, you may be over this woman. I don't know what the status of your relationship is, but just on the optics of it, even if you could not stand this woman, just be a gentleman in all this, because it was just, it was a bad look.
It was such a bad look because there was so many photographers parked out front of the Ritz-Carlton
dude.
where you're staying. You know you're going to be photographed and videographed.
Yeah.
Why would you walk 10 steps in front of her with a grumpy sourpuss on your face and you get in the car and don't even wait for her?
Who was that one coach where he made a video with his wife and it was odd? They were rubbing each other's feet. They were in bed together, but it was everyone was going, "What kind of video is this?" It was very bizarre.
Yeah.
Does that sound familiar?
That could be the former Jets coach.
That sounds familiar.
What were they doing?
It was very bizarre. It just reminds me of you talking about, people filming stuff. And I thought that was such a bizarre video because it was very intimate and very awkward.
Yeah, one of the former Jets coaches. I don't think he has a wife. That's the only reason I'm a little confused. I think he's been single, but yeah, he's notoriously loves feet.
Okay.
Maybe these coaches, they're really good at football coaching, but they're just not good at doing real life, coming off as human moves. And they don't have a good sense of what you should put out there and not put out there.
Yeah, possibly. Other things to call out here from the 4th of July weekend. Again, we always say this all the time, but I saw next door, Lou putting somebody on blast for shooting their guns into the air. They said, you could have killed someone. I woke up this morning with a bullet hole in the hood of my car.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. She showed the photo on Nextdoor of a definite bullet hole in the front of her Honda right there.
What the hell?
I am not going to lie. There were definitely a few sounds that did not sound like fireworks at nighttime. I go, that sort of sounded like a bullet.
It's the perfect time to murder.
Oh, the easiest time.
If you're planning that sort of engagement.
But then again, sometimes they don't know the difference between a firework and a gunshot.
4th of July and New Year's Eve. Great time to shoot someone.
Another call out that I saw, Sheila, she on Nextdoor is putting somebody on blast. She said, I got a neighbor that's hanging their American flag upside down. They did the same on Memorial Day.
Ooh.
They said, I'm all for free speech, but when you desecrate the flag, you are crapping on all those who gave their lives to give us freedom to do so. Crazy world we live in. I get it, but it really annoys me when you don't understand what you're doing. And if you do, shame on you even more.
Shame on you.
That's how you get your house egged during Halloween.
And Heidi said, we are celebrating the birth of our country this weekend. We are not celebrating the people who fought for it. We have dedicated days for those occasions. Our Declaration of Independence guarantees his freedom to fly his flag inverted if he so chooses. So, I think that, is the statement for people to do that. You may not like it, but you say, well, at least you got the freedom to do it and make that kind of expression. But it is offensive to people who, especially if you've had family members that have died for the freedoms and whatnot, you feel like it's a slap in your face. And so if you do want to make those kind of statements, I'd be careful to direct them in the proper way or you're going to make a lot of people upset.
Any kind of active military that lives in your neighborhood is going to be upset. Retired military, come on.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like some people just like a fight.
So some people like to stir it up to get people all upset. You see it on Nextdoor all the time.
Yes. Don't feed into it.
Nia is calling out her whole town for getting more rude. I don't know if you've spent any time in North Palm Beach here recently, but she said she went to the pool for the 4th and was met with a drunk man body shaming my group.
What?
Yeah, and called us all out on our appearance.
It's funny, man. I've seen a bunch
Where was this?
North Palm. I've seen
at their pool, yeah.
I've seen some pool videos in North Palm where people get into it.
And she said the other bald guy with him kept arguing with us too. By the way, we are women, not 100% sure, but I think his wife or grandmother, not sure, snapped a photo of us. The staff did nothing and allowed them to stay.
Wow.
Why are more North Palm Beach residents becoming like this? Are you noticing that your town is flipping rude?
And I love North Palm. It's expensive, but I do love it. I mean, it's really a pretty town.
Very quaint, lovely people there. But I guess the question might be, do you notice that maybe as some people are moving in from other parts, they're going, our town used to be everybody used to be so nice to each other.
That's
We're not so
every
nice
town.
to each other anymore.
Every town's getting a little spicier. The world is getting a little spicier.
I know a few people at Gardens where I'm living at, just spicing it up a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now's the time to put in a private pool in your backyard and then don't have company.
One invasion that I've seen, and the call-outs were mixed. Some were positive, some were a little negative. The first unsupervised Tesla Model Y robotaxi has begun in Miami.
Uh-oh, don't tell Rocco. He's going to want to go down there and do it.
There were a lot of people making videos over the last week being in one of these robo-taxis, showing it just driving you around. There's nobody in the car, and just zipping you all around. They've got them only in about 6 cities. Bay Area, Austin, Dallas, Houston, and now Miami have got them. So you're going to start seeing those, and they're talking more about that possibly being the future. They're even talking about driverless cars getting you from the Brightline station to the airport in West Palm Beach.
I mean, how do you feel about that? I'm okay with it if they're on like a low speed limit road, but there's no way I would get on 95 or the Turnpike or any major roadway in a driverless car. Speed kills, F that.
Do you think that we would have more deaths if everything was a robo car, where technology drove us, or doing what we do now where you leave it to humans? What do you think would cause more vehicular deaths at the end of the year?
It's a great question.
Because honestly, I think that we would have more with humans.
I think we'd have more with robots.
I think it's on a case-by-case basis, though, how it affects you and your life, because hopefully you make good choices and you don't drive intoxicated and you don't drive impaired and you don't get in a car with somebody who is. All the people out there that are impaired are the ones running up those numbers.
I'm a believer you should always have a human around, unless they're, they have an axe in their hand or something.
Yeah, I guess
my Uber driver has an axe. Would you rather ride with a axe-wielding Uber driver or a robot driverless car?
I suggest not getting into the Uber car with the axe man.
But do you even see the axe before you get in?
I don't know. You're right, because you just get in someone's car and you have this unknowing trust that they're going to be cool.
You're right.
And not everyone's always cool.
You're right.
Okay, we'll see what other people have to say. What do you think would cause more deaths every year on the road? Humans driving the cars or the robo cars, the robots doing it? And to me, I think that might be the number one question that you would ask. What is safer for us overall?
It's still early, too. I think there's some kinks to work out when it comes to a lot of these driveless cars around. I don't know. I think we don't quite have it yet.
There's definitely kinks. Remember, we were just talking about how they drive into police standoffs and just sit there?
Sure, yeah. They do have to work out a few things, but I still daily am seeing so many egregious things happening on the road from humans. And right now, about 70% of people think that humans would cause more deaths every year on the road. And to me, that's the ultimate question. If you say humans cause more deaths, then if the technology is available, we need to switch to whatever's safer.
Wow.
I don't want to be in the beta testing. Let them work out the kinks before
we're not there yet.
I get in the driverless car.
Yeah.
I'll be out. I'm going to the woods.
And I am getting a lot of positive call-outs, and I love to see this about Ariana Grande back home, starting off her tour at Amerant Bank Arena, which is such a great story. If you know, she was singing in that arena when she was a little kid, and here she was telling the crowd when she was on the stage.
This is such a special moment. I'm so happy to be home with you all. The first time I sang in this arena, I was 8 years old. Go Cats!
Oh, man. Crowd's eating it up.
I like how those little Stanley Cup flags look up there. Those are really nice. Hoping to see another one for 2027 next year.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. She sounded great on the stage. I heard a lot of positivity about the shows.
It reminds me of the reception I got back at the bar, Swampgrass Willie's. I can totally relate.
I couldn't believe it, huh?
You're home, Jay-Bird.
And then apparently Ariana Grande stuck around Boca a bit because they got photos of her coming out of a Publix. Or maybe it was even a Whole Foods. Yeah, but she was doing some just basic grocery shopping.
She seems more Whole Foods than Publix.
You're right. I said that. I'm like, there's no way she's going to like Aldi.
She's not going to Walmart. You will never see her in Walmart or Aldi.
That's all she's going to. So congrats to her coming back into town and doing, I believe it's 3 shows that people seem to love. Also, shout out to the Boca Raton Community High School Marching Band. They got to perform at the National Independence Day Parade in Washington, D.C. as part of the 250th birthday celebration. Quite an honor for them.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Good for
huge.
them.
Bobcats.
That's major.
Wow.
Some good stuff.